Here's some tips on cutting glass. I love this Fletcher tool. I don't remember the exact model number, but Fletcher makes this awesome carbide roller. Has a lubrication pad in here you can load with their expensive cutting oil or just use kerosene. I've even put motor oil in there, whatever, but anything that lubricates that wheel I think is fine. It'll either go into a pivot mode like this, or you can take it out. It's got the wick there, and pop it in so that it goes into the locked mode, and then it won't pivot at all. I don't find a need to put it in the pivot mode, nor do I feel like it cuts badly when it is in the pivot mode. I've been making straight cuts in the pivot mode, and it's been fine for that anyway. But a great tip for treating the edges of glass, because they're very sharp and you can cut yourself obviously. Some people have these big belt sanders, and those belts aren't cheap, and to be grinding off that, it can be dangerous and crack, and you can go through a lot of expensive belts. A much cheaper solution is to take some of your offcuts from the window. Well, these are, I shouldn't say window glass, but these are salvaged windows. I recycle a lot of window glass for picture frames. And anyway, take a strip like this, take your freshly cut piece of glass here over a garbage can here, and just take it. In fact, a really sharp one works better than one that's been used a few times, and round it over, but take it along the edge and just scrape it. And don't just go up and down like this. If you scrape it like that, so I'm pulling it along the axis here, I'm doing all the way to the end here, and then all the way to the end on this side. If you just go straight up and down, it'll wear a groove in here and you won't get that grinding action. But you do this, it's taking off that sharp edge, and then of course we have to get up to here. The safety Nazis will tell me I put gloves on when I grease, but I've never gotten a cut from handling glass, except for a few slivers here and there. And anyway, so that side's done. I can quickly go finish the rest. There, get the end here. Careful not to touch that. I do recommend you wear gloves. I don't have any hands right now, and I'm careful. And it's pretty much rounded all the way over now. This side here a little bit more. So that's it, and now you can see I'm rubbing my finger there, my thumb. I'm not getting cut at all. It's probably as smooth as it would be, or better, from a sanding disc. Since this is buried, any little micro chips that are taken out will be hidden under the rabbet in the frame anyway, but it's pretty smooth. You don't see really any visible chips, unless you get very close to it maybe on the edge, but probably like a few thousandths of an inch, nothing that sticks into the visible surface. Another tip with your scraps here, so that they're less likely to poke through and injure the trash man or you, I always, I would put on a hard surface, but I'll make little scoring cuts, which I can do over here. Maybe you can't see it. So, repeat scoring cuts here. Then when I stick, I keep bags of kitty litter or dog food bags that are pretty tough, and I'll put it in there. And this piece here, let me see if I can find a way to, let's see here, show you what I'm doing here. Here, I take it here and I'll make a bunch of just random cuts. Then when I drop it in the bag here, it usually cracks up into a few pieces, and even if it doesn't, hold it here and take something like a metal object or just a block of wood, and now all those pieces are crushed into small pieces at the bottom of this bag, so it holds a ton and it's less likely to poke through, whereas large pieces are much more likely to break through. So I can hold a lot in there, and neither I nor the trash person will get stabbed, but I'll probably throw it inside another paper bag or something, or another dog food bag or kitty litter bag. So that's another one. And anyway, I hope you find some of that useful. Not the best quality video, I realize, but anyway, and I urge you to recycle old window glass. You might find window installers that have plenty to share with you. Once it's cleaned up and scrubbed, I've never had anyone notice that it wasn't store-bought glass for the picture frames. So keeps a lot of this junk out of landfill. Anyway, good luck.